Hello, good day. Welcome back to another math video. This day we'll be talking about illustrating quadratic inequalities. Before we start, I want us to revisit the concept on quadratic equation. So we know that the standard form of a quadratic equation is given by ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a, b, and c are the coefficients of the quadratic equation and a is not equal to 0. So what is the difference between equation and inequalities? So when we are talking about equation, it uses the equal sign. Inequalities, it uses the inequality sign. So when we are talking about quadratic equation, it uses the equal sign. Quadratic inequalities, on the other hand, uses the following symbols. So we have the greater than, we have the less than, the greater than or equal to, the less than or equal to. Example of quadratic equation is we have x squared plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. Examples of quadratic inequalities. We have x squared plus 2x plus 1 is greater than 0. X squared plus 2x plus 1 is less than 0. X squared plus 2x plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. X squared plus 2x plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. Common confusion of students is identifying which one is greater than or which one is less than. Now here's the trick. Whatever number is beside the opening of the symbol, that will be the larger number. So for instance, we have x squared plus 2x plus 1 is greater than 0. Again, whatever number or variable is beside the opening of the symbol, that will be the larger number. In this case, 0 is beside the opening of the symbol, meaning to say 0 is greater than the expression x squared plus 2x plus 1. It is the same thing as x squared plus 2x plus 1 is less than 0. I hope that helps. So we'll have some exercises. Determine whether the following is a quadratic inequality or not. Number 1. We have 4x squared plus 3x cubed plus 1 is less than 0. If you're going to look at the highest degree of this inequality, we have 3. So therefore, this is not a quadratic inequality. Number 2, we have 5x minus 16x is equal to 0. Highest degree is 1. And again, it uses the equal sign. Therefore, this is not a quadratic inequality. How about number 3? We have 7x minus 12 is greater than or equal to the negative x squared. Highest degree is 2. Uses the inequality symbol. Therefore, this is a quadratic inequality. How about number 4? We have 12x squared minus 9 is less than or equal to 21 minus 3x squared. Same thing, highest degree is 2. Uses the inequality symbol. Therefore, this is a quadratic inequality. So that is how we identify whether the following is a quadratic inequality or not. Now let's proceed to the inequality notations. So to better understand this concept, I will be presenting examples. But before that, I want us to take note that whenever you see an open circle, it means that we are dealing with an open interval. And when we are dealing with open interval, we are using the open and close parentheses. And if you are seeing the shaded circle, it means that we are dealing with a closed interval. And when we are dealing with a closed interval, we will be using the brackets. So example, we have this figure. If you're going to look at the figure, we are using an open interval. It starts with a negative 2 and it goes beyond the positive infinity. So what will be our notation for this specific figure? Again, open circle. So we'll be using the parentheses. So we will write negative 2 and positive infinity. How about this figure? Again, we have here an open circle and it goes beyond positive infinity. So we'll be using the parentheses. So we have open parentheses, 2, comma, positive infinity, close parentheses. That will be our notation. How about this one? As you can see, we have now a closed circle. And again, closed circle means closed interval. And closed interval will be using the bracket signs. So we will write open bracket, negative 4, comma, 3, close bracket. Next, same thing, we have a shaded circle. So we will write open bracket, 1, comma, 8, and a close bracket. Next example. Okay, in this example, we are seeing a shaded circle and an open circle. So since it's shaded, we'll be using the bracket. And since it's open, we'll be using the parentheses. So we will write open bracket negative 6, comma 1, close parenthesis. Next, how about this one? We have an open circle from 3 and then another open circle from 1. So we will write we have an open circle from 3 to positive so we have an open circle from 3 to positive infinity. We have another open circle and that will go beyond negative infinity. So we will write open parenthesis negative infinity, comma negative 1, close parenthesis, union with open parenthesis 3, comma positive infinity, close parenthesis. So in our next video, we'll be talking about solving quadratic inequalities. We'll see you there.